Okay. All right. Hello, everybody. Thank you for coming in. Hello. Can you hear me? Can you see me? No? No. Hello, everybody. Shush. Thank you for coming in. Shush. Hello. Can you hear me? Can you see me? No? No. Hello, everybody. Shush. Can you hear me? No? Hello. Shush. Can you hear me? Okay. All right. Sorry about that. This is the most incompetent program ever in the world. I should have turned it off. You have to because I'm on a loop. I'm being broadcast. This is being broadcast from the main studio, Nunhead Studio #1. I forget what I call it. My kitchen. I'm in my kitchen, and then I should turn off the YouTube page because that's echoing back. So I apologize for that. We'll edit that out. Of course, we're not going to edit that out. And I'm going to put it on. I'm going to put it out on X, and people are going to see it, and they're going to say, "I'm not going to join this thing." But I hope you are here. We got Darklands is here. Oh, making a return appearance, Stellaire et Audex, which is fast and brave. I used to be half of those. Now I'm not so fast, but I was fast. Anyway, thank you very, very much for coming in. Alex is here. And we're going to have it's going to be a big crowd. We're going to have a big, let me fix this thing. I don't know. Maybe I need something. Maybe this should be a bit higher. This thing is higher. Welcome to tonight's stream, second stream. I don't know what's good is coming out of this, except I enjoy this, and that's all that matters. That's all that matters is that I'm putting a book underneath my my audio visual machine here. And I'll put another little book underneath it. So I'm a bit higher. How does that look? Can you see that? Okay, MC Scott, good to see you. Good to see you. You don't need to write so much. You can. Marianne is calling. She's there. She's there in America. I want to be in America. Everything's free in America. It's more like that in Britain. Everything is free. And now the country is absolute. How can I get this thing here? And now the country is absolutely bankrupt. Thank you very, very much, everybody, for being here. Thank you very much. So Joodles is here. It's good to see you, Joodles. She's in peak skill. Not peak skill. A kill is a river. Peaks is the river of the peak, but not probably not that peak, but a kill Van Kull. It's a waterway. It's a waterway. I used to live on the Sawkill. Well, I mean, that's the university. That's the school that I went to. It wasn't the university. It had only, when I went to school, that had only 600. Imagine a university having 600. I don't know how many people go to the school that I went to, but I mean, it was one of those miracle things for me. Not a miracle, but I mean, it was the last days. I mean, I don't know who would go to university now. You got to be insane to go to university unless you want to. I don't even know why. Why would you go to university? Am I against universities? Who asked that question? I think you asked that question. Jan Peak was the name of one of the earliest landowners. Yeah, and kill means that's his thing. Trump endorsed Cuomo, and now Mandami's lead has dropped to 4%. Yeah, 4%. Well, it's possible. I mean, maybe. You know, you hate to wish for things. I grew up this is in the New York City election. There were 4, now there are 3, and now there are 2 if he's going to go for Cuomo. Cuomo is like the Boris Johnson of politicians. He basically sent everybody off to nursing homes to die. Not that they died in nursing homes, but they were told they were going to die, and then they were tortured because they thought, oh my God, you're going to catch, you've got something, or you're going to catch something. It was during the big lie. Is it the big lie? Well, it's part of the big lie. The big lie is that there are germs and that we're going to die from germs, and that is the big lie. It's basically a diversion because we have our enemies, but we've forgotten about our enemies. And one of our enemies, we've forgotten about our enemies, so we focus on pills that are going to cure these diseases. There are people getting sick, but they're not getting sick because they caught one little germ. I don't believe in that. And when I die, they're going to go, "What did he died of germs? He died of catching a virus or something." They're going to do that. They'll set me up. They won't set me up, but it'd be nice to know that they're going to set me up. I'd like to believe that I'm causing trouble here. Anyway, so that's what Cuomo did. He basically was a true believer in the whole COVID. I can't even mention it. I'm not going to mention it. In whatever it was, what do we call it? Little things cause disease, and this is a new little thing, and we have to come up with an answer for it. I think is this light too bright? Can I just check out the light here? Let me see this thing. How about that? Let me see. Does that look all right? Or is it a bit too shadowy? How do I get into this thing? Anyway. Felix is back. Thank you for coming in, Felix. Jedster is here. Who died of carbs? Who died of carbs? So we've got Trump, and so Trump, and there was a Republican who was running. His name is Kersley. He's became a big radio personality. He's the guy who did the Lords of Flatbush, not the Lords of Flatbush, the Guardian Angels. When the city was in really bad shape, back when I was living there, it was really bad shape. Local citizens started to defend the subway. And it's similar to here now. When all you need the police to take action. And you need the people to take action instead of going, "Oh, they come from another country, they're poor people," whatever they say. I do not give a hoot. Yeah, it's a con, Felix. The whole thing was a con. And so Cuomo, who is the son of a governor, Mario Cuomo, also a Democrat, and he was always planning on running for president, and he didn't have the nerve to do it. He didn't have the nerve. They're waiting for him to decide whether he wanted to do it. Who knows what secrets? Maybe he didn't. People don't want to know their secrets. Okay? And so it was Cuomo, who is the son. He was actually governor of the state of New York, and the governor of the state of New York has more power than the mayor does. It's kind of like, what's his name? Who's that guy in this? Sadiq Khan. It seems like he's got a lot of power, but he doesn't have much power. Number one. Number two is Curtis Lewa, who founded the Guardian Angels. He wears a hat. He's fat. He's half a Jew. Okay. But, and then there's this Mandami guy who is either a bigger communist or a bigger Muslim. A bigger communist or a bigger Muslim. He's got a smile. He's not even from the country. It should be against the law for people who live, I'm going to check the light again. I'm going to turn this light off. How about that? Let's see how that looks. That's a bit better. Is that better? Do you think? Let's take a vote on the light. What does this thing say back there? Anyway, I'm in my kitchen. So Mandami, who wants to have free buses. Buses are bad enough as it is in New York City. There's not like buses like London, which still has good buses. Not as good as it used to be. At one point, there was a bus for every person practically. It was like Starbucks, I think. Anyway, I wonder if I could get a grant to go to uni again. I love to study something useful like gender studies or blame the Jews for everything or BLM. Yeah, well, that's what they do. That's what they do at school. That's what they, I came out of school a communist. I'm a bit embarrassed to admit it, but I was a communist. And then You go into the real world and you realize that communism is not the answer. It's not even it's not even it's not the answer. You don't even need an answer. Let the people do what they want to do. That's what I believe. Anyway, so we can talk about unis. You want to talk about going to uni? Because I think it's an absolute scam. I mean, the amount of money that I spent on uni, I mean, I liked it and everything. And I guess I made friends. I guess I became a person who went to uni. I'm a uni person. But when everybody goes to uni, it's not such a big deal to be a uni. Now you got to go to the better uni. You got to go to the best uni. I'm against it. One of my kids went to uni. He's not working. The other one did not go to uni, and he is working. And over time, he's not going to remember it. My maiden aunt who died, she was in her 80s, and I was her, I took care of her, I looked after her. She never went to uni, and she felt like, I'm not as smart as other people. And that's quite a common thing. You're told you don't go to uni. And you have all these women going, oh, I went to uni and I got a first in this and a first. You know what I mean? What kind of bull crap place is it? Okay. So he wants the homeless to live on the buses. I mean, kind of. He's what the communists believe. I mean, are there any communists in this country? Of course there are. The whole Labor Party are all communists. They want all the money to go to the state, and they want the state to give them the money, and then maybe they can give a little bit to the poor people to keep them voting for them or to keep them happy or whatever. Okay, we should have guardian angels everywhere, says Felix Biscuit. Everywhere, the best from each group, ensuring adherence to the country's law and order. You know what? We just should stop letting people into the country, including me. I think it was a mistake to let me in. I mean, look at how negative I am. I'm like too negative. I went to uni, says Darklands, in the 1980s. I had a great experience, but definitely wouldn't want to go now. No, you wouldn't want to go now, but it's good fun. But I mean, in America, the year that I went, it didn't cost that. It cost a lot of money. It was the university that I went to was one of the most expensive unis in the country, maybe even the world. But now it's like unbelievably expensive, at least for a white person, possibly. I don't know. Corbyn is running a phone bank for Mandami. I mean, let him run a phone. What, to raise money in America or to raise money from overseas? Because I think it's illegal for overseas. And Mandami isn't even, you got to be in America. You got to come from America. He's not really a New Yorker, you know? I mean, whatever that means to be a New Yorker, Caribbean evening or whatever it means. Uni-educated are thickos, in my opinion, one-trick ponies. I don't think so, but they have been brainwashed. I don't know what uni is like in this country. I don't know what it's like in this country, but I don't know if they're thickos. I just know, because how could they be thickos when half the population went there? It's people who don't. Maybe it's because the people who didn't go to uni have had to, think about ways of making money on their own and get a bit smarter. Maybe that's not even the right word. People from every group should have people they look up to and respect. I don't believe in groups. I believe in one country. Our country, 'tis of thee, sweet land. Maybe that's not the right song. People from every group. This is what Felix Biscuit says. Now, I'm going to read what you say. You can defend it. People they look up to and respect and listen to. And it's down to those people to keep them in check. How do they keep them in check? I could say so much more. But would no doubt be in trouble. Yeah, well, let's not be in trouble. I believe Sarah Lawrence College has one of the highest tuitions, $90,000 last time I checked. My college was $5,800 a year, and I commuted. Yeah, well, I went to a school like Sarah Lawrence. I went to Bard College, B-A-R-D College, and Sarah Lawrence is it's totally filled with communists. I'm using the word communist. I don't think you people understand what a communist is. Keir Starmer is a communist. okay, is a communist. Anyway, I agree. There should be one country, but it's so fragmented. Well, who fragmented? Wasn't this fragmented? Who fragmented it? You know, it's been fragmented for about, I don't know how many years it's been fragmented. The idea that people are black and white. The world is black. The world is what together. You know, I'm of this group. I'm of that group. Can you take the test? The test is in English. English is not limited to white people. Anyway, I agree there should be one country. That's what Felix says. Well, I am with you. I am with you. Sarah Lawrence. How much does Sarah Lawrence, does anybody want to find out how much Sarah Lawrence costs to go to school? Anybody interested? Let's go check. Let's go check. How much, I'm going to go check. Do you want to, tell me if you want to see this on the screen. Do you need to see this on the screen? Oh, you know what? I'm going to use this thing here. I mean, this is not that comfortable for me, but I'm getting used to it. I'm wearing a black shirt because I'm thin and beautiful. I'm thin and beautiful. Let's see how much does Sarah Lawrence cost? Maybe I should look at something more specific, like, hold on a second. What is that doing there? How much does Sarah Lawrence college cost? How much does it cost? 1 year is $69,000. Oh my God, that's about 50,000. That's about 50,000 pounds. Student health insurance is 5,000 just to pay for health insurance, which we get for free. It's not worth anything here, but it is. I don't know. It's nice to have. Yeah, that's quite amazing. That is really amazing. I mean, I have to say to you, Marianne, thank you for that information. Let's see what the school that I went to, Mr. Posh, Lewis Schaffer, posh. I'm posh. I'm a middle class American. Let me see what this is. Bard College tuition. Okay, how much does it cost? Where is that? Where did that come from? I mean, I'm using this laptop. BARDCO. Bard College cost. I'm going to say a year to make it easier. Are you listening to me, everybody? Are you listening to me? What is this? Is this a video? I don't want a video. I do not want no video. It says, I pressed the videos. Okay, here we go. 68,000 pounds per year. 19,000 plus you got to pay 20,000 pounds a year for housing. So that's about 1,500 pounds a month. Poor people pay 16,000 pounds. Poor people pay 16,000 pounds. So what does that mean? I mean, I'm lucky I went there, but you know, I don't know. I agree with Groucho Marx quote, says Caribbean. I don't want to be a member of a club that would have me as a member. That's true. That is true. Not necessarily true. Some clubs are good clubs, but university, it's not what we can say, oh, it's not good. You know, it's not good. And it isn't good. It's a waste of somebody's life. They're there for 4 years. They're now 22 years old. It's a waste. And they're sold a bill of goods by these people. Unless you want to study something that's like that you have to have a degree for. But the idea of 50% of the schools, whose idea was to make 50% of the people go to uni? Whose idea was this? Tony Blair. Well, one of those guys. Everybody believed it. Everybody. You know what Groucho Marx actually said? He said, I don't want to give my member to any girl that would have it. I didn't think he said that. We don't need you to overload the laptop, Mr. Milk Tray Man. Well, I'm not going to. Does it seem overloaded? Is the image good right now? Do you like this image better than the one from Studio 2, the living room? You'll end up glitching the laptop with lots of searches and screen sharing. Remember, yeah, possible. Well, we'll see. I don't know. It doesn't seem like it's going to happen here. I'm going to just make sure that I close down as many of the screens as I can. Basically, I'll close this down, and that's basically. I mean, I don't even know what this stuff is. Darkland said, Blad was obsessed with education, education, education. What a wanker. What an absolute horrible human being. Was he horrible? I don't even know if he's horrible, but it's really fun to say he was horrible. Isn't it fun to say that Tony Blair was horrible? When I first came to power, when they first came to power in 1997, Kermit is talking. Listen to Kermit. Tony Blair, the leader of the Labor Party, dubbed New Labor, announced that his priorities were education, education, education. How about this? Education, education, education. I mean, it's just bull. It's just bull. And now we're letting in millions of people because we've got a shortage of workers, supposedly. But then we've got a housing crisis. I don't want to belong to any club that will accept me as a member. You don't, Jedster. Well, that's good for you. Trans education, education. Carrie B, fornication, fornication. Yes, that's what it was. That's what the school that I went to, if you look it up, my school, not that you're interested in my school, but if you want to know more about Lewis Schaffer, Bard College, you just look at what is Bard College like in the 1970s. This was the same Tony that got done for cottaging. Did he do cottaging? Did he do cottaging? I mean, cottaging is not bad with a little bit of sugar and a little bit of cinnamon. It's delicious. Oh no, that's cottage cheese. That's cottage cheese. Yeah, I mean, are we better off? Are we better off having everybody go to school? Are we better off? And look what's happening around the country. All of the factories are closing. All of the educational systems are closing. You know, they're being taken over by these places. I mean, well, they did when I went to school. I remember when I was at school with the Vietnam War. That's when I was at school. All the demonstrations, the stupidities that people, you know, you couldn't. There was only one way of thinking. That's just humans. We're horrible. Humans are horrible. I don't remember him saying that. Education, education, education. But he was wrong. He was wrong. I remember when I went to Australia for the first time and I saw white people working on the streets and cleaning the streets and picking up the white people. I thought, wait a second. And that's what happens in real countries. In real countries, you don't import people to do your dirty work who eventually take over. And I don't know if I'm saying that properly. I could be misquoted. You could misquote me on this. Remember that this show is for comedic, satirical purposes. Okay, I am funny. Now you may not laugh at the things that I say. I'm having trouble laughing at it, but I'm saying you'd like my new shirt. It's not even new. I don't think I've ever worn this. This could have been given to me by the mother of that woman. That nice woman. I mean, and they made uni. Uni was free for the people who went there back in the day in this country. But who does that benefit? You know, why should we pay so that you can make a lot of money if that was the way it was supposed to be? You should pay for your own uni. You should make your own choices. And maybe that's the right thing. And people are thinking to themselves, do I want to pay $68,000, £50,000 a year to go to Bard College and then to go out, and when you graduate from Bard College, you get a very snippy job as a barista in as a barrister, whatever you call it, in Starbucks. You've got to evaluate whether it's right or not. Carrie B Carrie B left school at 14 to pay for your drama courses. Yeah, why not? And you look like you're very dramatic, Carrie B. You look it. I worked to pay for classes. I didn't go to uni. Yes. And you know what? Yes. Yes. I mean, people need to fight. They need to fight for an education. They need to fight for a job. They need to fight for the knowledge that they have. You know, I'm with you. I'm totally with you. The government should not be involved in uni. If you want to set up a university, you should just figure out how to get people to pay for it. Find people who can pay for it. Keep the prices low, like any business. But this is what happened in America, and it happened here too. But it didn't happen as bad here as it has in America. But in America, they guaranteed student loans. So and here that's the case too. But they guarantee it. So if you went to uni, the state, the federal government would say, you will have to pay the money back, and we will pay you the money. I don't know how it works. Come to think of it, I'm an idiot. I don't know. But it's like that. So it took the risk out of opening a uni and letting people come in, and maybe they weren't the best students, but they would get paid money for every student that they would have because people were brainwashed about this university thing, right? They were brainwashed. Who says pretentious? Moi. Me, dramatic. I can't see who wrote that, but that's quite. Oh, that Carrie B says, you dramatic. Yeah. Uni is still free. Students will never be paying those fees back. But you want to know something? It's a burden on their brains. It's a burden on their brains. Maybe it's not free now because they have to, thank you, Joodles. They have to make a certain amount of money before they have to pay it back. What Blair really meant, Fatanai, good to see you. Indoctrinate kids, and when the kids are older, they will be civil service, MPs, NHS managers, and ruin the country. I don't think that's what he meant. I think he meant the first part. Let's indoctrinate the kids. And then when they're older, they're going to vote Labor. They'll vote for us. Let's let in the immigrants, the migrants. And when they're going to vote for us, you know. And in America, they're not quite as voting for the Democrats as they thought they would, because the people that have come into the country maybe come from Venezuela, and they don't like communists in Venezuela. They see what the communists did in Venezuela. Or they come from Cuba, and they saw what the communists did in Cuba. How anybody could support communism? It's like so proven to be so... Anyway. My son had to leave uni because of ill health. He owes thousands. I tell him, F it. Yeah, maybe that's the right thing. Is it something like 26,000 and then you start paying a proportion? Yeah, you've got to make a certain amount of money. But it's 6% interest or more. So it goes up and it goes up. Doesn't it go up and it go up? College costs. That's what we're talking about today. I work with people who have a degree and 50,000 debt for the privilege. Felix says, we do the same job. I see no benefit to uni. Yeah. But then again, you go to uni, they're going to maybe they'll hire somebody who's got a uni degree before they'll hire you. So you paying for their uni, right? You paying for their uni is screwing you over. It's anti-working class. But labor doesn't care about working class. They don't care. I had a meeting last week with a government worker. He had a heavy cold and wiped his nose on his sleeve 3 times. I'd not seen anyone do that since 1988. You mean like this? Like that? Yeah, government worker. Yeah, well, what can you do? What can you do? My son isn't working, Carrie B. Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, yeah. Yeah. Well, what country are you living in? You're living in a country that's been taken over by communists. And when I say communists, I also mean the Tory administration. They're communists. Horrible, horrible people. Horrible people. We've got to sign a pledge. I mean, we shouldn't even call it communism because it's like, oh, Margaret Thatcher used that word. So we can't use that word. But she was right. I mean, even though seemed like a horrible, horrible person, Margaret Thatcher. Sorry. I mean, she was right, but was she a nice person? Yeah, I mean, there it is. Student loans, they'll be paying back for years, says MJ Tiger Fang. Well, thank you very much. Yeah. That's what they're going to do. My kids saying same thing. A government worker wouldn't have turned up with a sniffle. So you're saying this is what Felix Bizkit says. He says at least the guy turned up. Yeah, he's blowing his nose on his jacket, on his arm, but at least he turned up. I had a politician borrow my expensive lighter, light his cigar, and burn it out. Okay? Then, when it no longer worked, handed it back to me ruined. No apology. Yeah, well, that's the thing about politicians, maybe. I don't even know. You don't know. I don't know what the fullness of that story, what the full story is. But I can say this is like, we have too many politicians. I mean, maybe that's also part of what these people want to do. They want to eliminate the people because there's no jobs for people to do. Everything is make work, I think. This is a Conran. What is that? Who's the guy named Conran? What's the guy's name? The cup. Can you see the cup? Can you see the cup? All right. So there you go. So this is what it is. I was a waiter serving drinks to them, and he borrowed it whilst ordering his drink. Well, you shouldn't have given it to him. I know it's very easy because he was a politician. He thought he was going to help you, but oh, I love a big fat cigar to smoke. Yeah, Carrie B, that'd be amazing. I used to smoke cigars like crazy. Now they're like so expensive. I remember when an expensive cigar was like $4 back in the day. That's how old I am. I don't know what the equivalent of it would be now. 30 pounds? Really expensive cigars. We must have too many. They can't all fit in the Houses of Parliament at once. Yeah. Well, then they appoint them and then they give them £300 a day just for showing up or something. I'll be urging my son to go to the State University of New York College, a state. Tuition is lower for in-state residents, and one can aim to qualify for an Excelsior scholarship, which covers tuition. Yeah. But are any of them good? Are any of them good? That's the House of Lords. Yes, the House of Lords. But are any of the SUNY schools, are they still good? Albany? They got a good reputation. Actually, they got a pretty good reputation. Albany, Buffalo, but and then the smaller ones, Purchase. Is that the school? State University of New York and Purchase, like kind of an arty school. Can they get jobs? Will they be able to get jobs by just going to your bog standard school? I'm not so sure. You meet nice people though. And like me, my thing is that our government is you can switch these nobodies from post to post with no expertise. We should be more like Singapore, employing professionals in their field. Granted, pay, pay them good money. Yeah, you could do that. That's one of the problems with the parliamentary system. In America, they hire professionals to run the different things. They hire like whatever these people are to run the thing. Here they put in what's her name? Rachel Reeves and Angela Rayner to run things. How do they know it? Or David Lammy's in charge of something. Can you imagine him sitting there trying to think? So the House of Lords pays them £300. Thank you, Kermit, for that information. We must have too many. They all can't fit in the Houses of Parliament once. Yeah, well, you have no constitution, so you can decide how many you want at any time. They could sit there and cut out the number of seats from 660 to 600, whatever it is. That's what this country does. Marianne, says Lewis. Some are better than others. Purchase is the closest to us. If he wants to study cybersecurity, that's also considered a good school. John Jay College has a program. But how big are these schools? How big are the state? Is the state system? Can we get a number on it? How many students in the state in the SUNY system? Okay, I'm going to look. Thank you for asking me to look. Whoops, what's going on here? This is wrong. How many students at SUNY? Okay, well, these are all the schools. Who even can think of these schools? Brockport, Plattsburgh, Albany. It's incredible. I'm going to guess there are 140,000 students. In fall 2024, the State University, listen to this, people. You're not going to believe this. You don't care about this. This is between Marianne and me. Is that the State University of New York, the system, it's got all these different universities. It includes also city schools, I assume, like CCNY, which is City College of New York, whatever it's called, or Brooklyn College, that these schools have 376,000 students. 376,000 students. Oh my God, what a boondoggle, I guess it is. Carrie B. I thought they were talking about Ray Purchase from Toast of London. I don't know who he is, but it sounds like it could be a funny thing. You put four funny faces there. So maybe we should take a vote. You know, is uni worth it? I think it's worth it for maybe 5% of the population to go to uni. And the rest of us, maybe not. Maybe not. It's a dangerous thing. It's a dangerous thing. So that's that. Okay. Did you see what the BBC? I don't know. Did we discuss it? What the BBC did to Donald Trump's speech? Did you see it? They edited his speech to make it seem like he was advocating physical violence when they went up to the. And he didn't. He didn't say anything. He's a bit of a coward kind of sort. Not a coward. I wouldn't call him a coward. But he's a bit of a, did you see this? Can we change the subject? I don't know if we need to change the subject. But let me just get this up here. I mean, it's shocking. The BBC is like just so shocking. Okay, let's see what's going on here. Okay. Let's see. BBC caught out again, yeah. And you're paying for it. These people are utter scum. The BBC, I shouldn't even say it. But I mean, really, maybe I've lived here for so long, I just feel too comfortable. Why bother educating our own to be doctors and engineers? Get them straight off the of a dinghy with no state funding. Yes, it is, and it destroys the educational system in their countries too, because they don't have the doctors. They're paying all this money to educate doctors there, and then their doctors are now here in this country, and then they ship the money from here back home to there. Sell their Ordax. That's a brilliant point. The last thing I described Trump as is a coward. Yeah, he's brave. He's brave. My friend Russ sent me something. I told you about this. He sent it to me last night, and I saw it. It was really brilliant. It was basically, what's his name? And it was whatever. Okay. The dinghy folk get more state funding than the doctors anyway. Probably they do. They're put in better rooms. I mean, it's so wrong. It's absolutely, absolutely wrong. And what are they doing about it? It is, here it's horrible times. Is today safer than yesterday? And the answer is no. It's not safer. It's not safer, and the reason it's not safer is because the BBC lies, and because they're left wing lies, and what's his name lies, and Keir Starmer lies. They're all like lying about this country. These are bad, bad times. They're going to get better. Things are going to get better every day. What song is that? Mamas and the Papas? Or is that Cass Elliot? Things are going to get better. Let me see what song that is. Let me see. I think this is it. I think the song is called Getting Better. Getting Better. Lyrics. Hold on. Mamas and the Papas. Mamas. Papas. Let's see if this is the song. Might not be this song. Cass Elliot. I'm gonna think it's a Cass Elliot song. I once believed that when love came, it's getting better, growing stronger, warm and wild, getting better every day. I don't feel turned. I mean, that's basically the song. I don't have to sing every single song. It's a Mamas and the Papa song. Thank you, Carrie B. She was quite fat. She was quite fat. She was fat. I'm going to say it again. She was fat. Cass Elliot, Jewish girl. Cass Elliot, Jewish girl. She didn't find love. I don't know how she died. I don't think she died the way they said she died, supposedly. Can only get better. I forgot, but 80s. It's a long, I think it was not even the 80s, no, it was 70s. Or could have been late 60s. I don't know when this was. Looks like a Home Secretary Mahmoud released Afghan migrant early from jail. Went on to murder a dog walker in Uxbridge. Yeah. Migrant. They're in jail. They should be put on an airplane and sent home. Things can only get better, said Professor Brian Cox. What does he know? He's a total idiot. He's all, oh my God, I'm so horrible. I apologize to him. He's like sitting there. He's like Mr. Globalist lies about black holes and the universe and things like that. I mean, he's everything that's wrong with an educational system. So what if she was fat? She died. She wasn't even like 35 years old. Man, how old was she when she died? 30 years old? How old was she? What do I know of the Lehigh Valley? I know I mean a little bit. Lehigh Valley is the second longest river, maybe the third in Pennsylvania. I mean, it's beautiful, Pennsylvania. It's very, very wooded. Yeah, Brian Cox. Whenever you see these guys and they're talking about the universe, what you have to do is you got to think, what did Velikovsky say? What did Velikovsky say? Why do you want to know about the Lehigh Valley? Well, what's in the Lehigh Valley? There's the Susquehanna Valley. There's I think the Lehigh River goes into the Susquehanna. I'm thinking, where is this? I don't know. Let's just take a look at the map. Let's see where it says. The Lehigh Valley. Yeah. I was right. Haven't thought about this in years. Allentown, Lehigh Valley is a geographical. Did you want to read this too? Let's read this too. I'm putting this so you guys can see it too. So you guys can see it. Window capture. Here we go. I think you could see that. Oh my God, where does the river drain to? Oh, it's like quite a long. Oh my God, it goes all the way up to New Hampshire. How does that happen? How does that happen? It's the Great Appalachian Valley. Oh, that's not the entire river. Where is the Lehigh? The Lehigh is 5. That's 5. These are the valleys. They're like all these different valleys. Yeah, beautiful. Beautiful. Big and beautiful. Let's go back a step. And there is the map. See, it's close to New York. It's not super close. It's like, I would say it's 2-3 hours. We drove through that. I went through there. I went there with my kid down to Gettysburg, Harrisburg. We went up to Williamsport. We drove across to Williamsport. We didn't drive that way. We came back into that way. I was with my kids. I was a good dad for a day. She was 32 and died in London. She died in her sleep. What did they say she died of, Carrie B? Do you know? Thank you for looking this up. I think it's really important that we all take more responsibility for this show. Why are you interested, Vatanai, in the Lehigh Valley? Yes, and he was and Brian Cox was the keyboard player for the song that New Labor adopted as their theme tune. It's getting better. Yeah. That song was a great song. It was a great song, but it was a lie. It was a lie. I moved here in 2000, so I got sucked in by Tony Blair. And they just let me into the country. They said, where's the money going to come? They just let me in. It's all bull. And totally improve. Abel, either way, he's made a career out of it. Who are you talking about? It's all bullsh and totally improvable either way. Who are you talking about, Felix? Yeah, Theora Apothesis. I trust that guy. That's a good guy. That's a really good guy. Therosis Apophasis. I'm into him. So we're going to find out, how did Mama Cass? You remember Mama Cass? She was fat. We have to stop being fat. I know it's not politically correct, especially amongst the ladies. But you don't want to be fat. You want to be thin and healthy so we can fight our enemies. Fight, fight, fight. He had to debunk the 3-eye atlas thing and the fake vids on YouTube, guys, to make it look like he was saying they're aliens, similar to the BBC on the Trump nonsense. This is what Tiger Fang is saying. He's had to debunk the 3-eye atlas thing and the fake vids. YouTube guys aided him, AI'd him, to make it look like he was saying they are aliens, similar to the BBC stuff. I don't know much about this stuff. It's not aliens coming. It might be, but I don't think so. Cox ain't looking bad for his age. Yeah, the girls like him. They really like him. He just seems like but he is old. He's got hair. I wish he'd stop with his rock star hairdo. Well, yeah, he's got hair. Thank God he's got hair. The disheveled look is cool, though. Ask Lewis. Yeah, well, he looks, who knows what his story is. He's not Brian Cox. He's not like me. People like him. These are people that people like. They don't like me. I'm always saying people are pieces of shit and horrible scum, and nobody likes to hear that. And you could learn something from me. Not to be this way. Not to be this way. Do not be this way. Be a nice person. Don't be like Lewis Schaffer. Look who I badmouth. Millions of people every day. The Queen, the King, NHS, universities, colleges, all these people I badmouth. And I should apologize. So, Carrie B, you're looking up what she died of. That song. That song. The truth is, one of the things that we can do to make this world better It's by being as beautiful as possible. Don't say, well, some guy is going to like me or some girl is going to like me. We need to be as beautiful as possible. I need to walk down the street wearing my nice new black shirt, which is not new, but I mean, I barely have worn it. And I want people to say, oh, I want to touch that guy. I want to be with that guy. What is wrong with that? Is there something wrong with that? I don't think there is. We want people to like us. We want people to look at us to say, you're fanciable. You're fanciable. Okay. Died in her sleep is not a cause of death. Okay. So here we go. What's going on? Have we fallen behind in the chat? Has anybody not posted anything? Something is going on. It's a bit slow here. Okay, there we go. Oh, we're catching up here. Okay, so there you go. So Del Boy is here. Hello, Del Boy. The concept divide and conquer couldn't be more true, as the media government wants us to hate our Jewish neighbors, our Hindu small business owners, gay cousins. Yes, I very rarely, let's see what you say, hate someone. I only hate someone if they have personally done something to knowingly affect me. Exactly right. And they want us to hate. They want to divide and conquer. That is so true, Del Boy. That's what they want to do. That's what the left do. They want to divide people into little categories. Heart attack, no drugs in her system. Well, she was fat. How much did she weigh? Can we find out how much did she weigh? Or should I do that? Maybe I'm asking too much from you. I'm going to find out how much she weighed when she died. Could have been drugs. People took a lot of drugs in those days. Right? I can't get this thing to work. Can't get this thing to work. Okay, my bassist, Derek, played bass on that song. Which song? The one that they're using, that Tony Blair used? Or it's getting better every day? I was 17 years old when she died. That's a tragedy. Be fat, not fat. Yeah, that's a cool way of saying it. Be cool. Be cool, not a drool. Be cool, not a drool. Yeah, you want to die in your sleep. Of course you do. Of course you do. But I mean, no death is nice. No death is nice. But, the labor song. Okay, yeah, well, somebody had to do something with it. Britain made some incredible, those are some glory days for British music. They got better and better. The 80s. The 80s were glory days. Late 70s, great days. Great days. Wasn't he in the pressure point? Who are you talking about in the pressure point? We need to like people. Can I just apologize? And maybe I should try. Maybe I should have a reputation. Oh my God, Lewis, he's always so nice to people. People say, why are you nice to that person? Why are you nice to that person? And that's what I wish they would say. But I don't have that. I'm just nasty. I'm nice to you guys, but, and if I saw them in person, I would never say to them, you're horrible. I should, but I never would. 1974. That's it. Couldn't remember. That's when she died. Did she die in 1974? She was in 1974. I don't believe that. That's a bit late. That's a bit late. Let me just Google this. Let me see if I can get this, if I can pull this thing up. If I can pull this thing up. Mama Cass. Okay. Death. Cause. Let's just say the death. Oh my God, 1974. She was so old. She used to appear on American TV all the time, kind of like Lulu. She was like she became she had her own TV show. She was like a celebrity. She was a celebrity. There were no drugs in her system, refuting persistent myth. She was staying in Harry Nielsen's flat. Who else died at Harry Nielsen's flat? Anybody else? Lots of people died at Harry Nielsen's flat. She didn't choke. She had a heart attack. How much? Let's check and see how much she weighed. Are you listening to me? Can you see me? How much did she weigh when she died? Let's just take, it says nearly 300 pounds. 300 pounds. No, it says here 238 pounds. She was known for her history of crash diets. Maybe it's the crash diets, and her weight fluctuated significantly. Okay, so she didn't weigh 300 pounds, but she was 5'5" tall and weighed 238 pounds and had crash diets. And there were periods that she weighed over 250 pounds. That's too much. That's too much. Everybody, promise me we're going to lose weight. We're going to lose weight. Promise me. Are you guys going to promise me? 17 stone. That's so much. Is that how much they said she weighed? 17 stone. Carrie B. That's too much. It's too much. Let's promise we're going to lose weight. Let Lewis Schaffer be famous for the fat shaming guy. Fat shaming. And I'm a hypocrite too. I had 5 cookies yesterday. These amazing maple cookies. And I had 2 or 3 pieces of bread. I woke up today at 77 point. I gained a kilogram. This is how you get fat. I need to put weight on. You're 6 feet and 13 stone. I don't think you do. I know they're probably saying that. I don't think you do. Do you ever? I think that's fine. I weigh about 12 and a half. I'm 5'10", and I weigh 12 stone 7 or something. I've been watching railroad videos, as I do. You know that from the 1970s. The Lehigh Valley Railway. It showed in America. I never thought of it. It looked like a land that time forgot. Well, the Lehigh Valley Railway went into Jersey City, and then people used to have to get on the ferry to go to New York. Alex is 11 stone. That's a good weight. Yeah, it was. Let me just see the route of the Lehigh Valley, Railway. I'm gonna see the route of it. I love trains because they're fixed in time. That's what's so great about trains. They're absolutely fixed in times. Okay. She was 15 years older than I was, so she was born in 1942, I think. I hope the computer's not going to crash. Lehigh Valley Railroad map. Okay, we're going to look it up. It's under images. Okay, yeah, there is the map. I'm going to let you see it. Do you want to see it? LV, Las Vegas, LV. LV, Las Vegas. Here we go. You can see that here. Look at how great that is. Look at how great. Okay, let's just see where this is. I'm trying to get this thing to this computer's not working very well. 1974 UK London. Who are you? Where are you? Thank you for joining us. How do you know Lewis Schaffer? Are you fat? Lewis, my ex-girlfriend was always on a seafood diet. She just would see it and eat it. Okay, is this somebody who's been here before? That's what I think it is. I think it's someone who's been here before. I'm trying to get the screen to stay in place. Okay, here is the map. Went to Buffalo. It went to Rochester. It went to Elmira, New York, and it went to Jersey City. Can you see that, everybody? If you can see it, let me know. Can you see the map? Lewis, as a comedian, if I was as good, if I was you, I'd be using these streams for material. It's clear you have a wide-ranging audience. Yes, if you were me, but you're not me. I'm lazy, and I don't want to think about it. What it is it's practice. What is comedy? It's just practice talking, and eventually material will come out of it. I'm talking for 3 hours a day. Okay, that's a lot, Joodle says, Kermit. Yeah. Why was Joodles awake? I thought she took drugs. She did not take. Don't talk about drugs, even those are illegal drugs. I don't know, maybe she's very upset about something. If she'd like to talk about it, she can talk about it. That's what it is. But thank you very much for saying that. Well, first of all, let's thank Vatanai for mentioning railroad videos, because I love that. I love railroad videos. Mama Cass was born in the same year as my mom, who was very slim, before you asked Lewis. Yes, and you're slim too. Gotta go. Carrie, don't say goodnight. Don't say goodnight. We'll see you later. But I'll say this. I like Carrie B. I like Carrie B a lot. Okay, why was Joodles awake? Why are you awake, Joodles? Lewis, as a comedian, let me say thank you for thinking about my comedy career. Because I don't know what's entertaining here. I've never done this before. Have you ever been a part of something like this? I've never talked for 3 hours into a microphone like this. I don't know if this is entertaining. I'd like it to be entertaining. But at some point, I'll say, oh, this is what's entertaining. Maybe I shouldn't do this. This is not entertaining. And from there, comedy will come. That's how it works in the comedy business, I think. Anybody disagree with me? You can disagree with me. Russ, I was wondering where you are. Where is Russ? Oh, is that Russ up there? Whatever happened to Russ? Where did you go, Russ? I was wondering where you were. So that's Russ. Lucy, I was wondering where Lucy is. I would come see you at a gig. Okay, you will. And when you see me at a gig, I might say something that I've said here. But I don't think this is the place to do like material. It might be a place, and I don't want to do that. It might be a place to do material. I don't want to sit here and say, "Oh, I'm going to do this material," and then you'll listen to me ramble. And I don't want to do that. Is it real? 1974 UK London. Is that really? Russ is back. Well, welcome back, Russ. I was wondering where you were. I didn't say anything, but where have you been? Where have you been? He's making a heart symbol. Is that what you're doing with your hands? Is that the heart symbol? I mean, comedy is very difficult. It's Russ. I was away because I was not well mentally. You know what? It takes strength to say you're not well mentally. The craziest people cannot say they're not. They're crazy. Number one. So there you go. 1974 is Russ. The jokes give him away. Well, I do appreciate that. Russ is back. Lucy Van Pelt. Yeah, the jokes give it away. Were. What do you mean were? You mean you changed what you wrote? You changed what you wrote, Lucy. I was wondering where you were. Okay. Yeah, well, thank you, Lucy, for being concise. I do appreciate that. I do appreciate you being concise. And she's very concise. I think this is, and FM Ghost is back. Okay. All right, there you go. This is a place, and your leader, if I am your leader, is not mentally well. I would not say I'm mentally well. The negativity that I spew, it's not even my country. It's not my place, but I spew it. Anyway, FM Ghost, thank you for coming back. Thank you for coming back. Let's be nice to everybody. Thank you for coming back. So we got Russ back. We got FM Ghost back. Let me just see. Hold on a second. Let me just see what what's going on the stream. I haven't mentioned it, but can we go over to the can we like this page today? Can we like it? Number one, can we like this page? Can we maybe, if you're not subscribed, subscribe? How about that? Oh my God, I'm looking. I just saw Tusk. It's one of my favorite songs. Remember that song, Tusk? Mm-hmm. Not one of the best songs. It doesn't have certain parts of the whole thing, but it has something. It has something. You guys know it. Lewis. You know, I think Jonathan, my son from GB News, is coming in tomorrow. I've got 35 people watching. I think that could almost be a record. That's almost a record for the late stream. 35. That is brilliant. So we're moving upwards. We're moving upwards. The show is getting better. This is why I tune into to Lewis. I like how you were on GB News. You would have a subject, honest opinion, followed by a tangent. Yeah, well, because my mind is going in different places. Maybe I'll send a message to Kinsey. I'll see how she's doing. Okay, let me write that down and never look at it again. But I should. I should do that, Kinsey. Kinsey. Your video is lagging now. Hold on. Is it lagging? Well, let me turn it off. Thank you for telling me that it is lagging. Yeah, because I've got a few different things going on. Should it be lagging? Is it lagging now? Is it lagging now? Like and subscribe. Maybe send it to your friends. Say, hey, here's something. It's not classic live streaming. You know, it's a little bit too. I use the word loose. Is that the right word? Or loose? Okay. Maybe that's what it could be. Lewis, I got an email telling me that my payment could not be accepted on your Patreon. Why is that? Am I blocked from Patreon? Oh my God, am I blocked from Patreon? Maybe so I'm blocked. So you go to PayPal. Go to PayPal or Coffee. I might have to go somewhere else, I guess. Is it better now, Joodles? So thank you, Joodles. I love Joodles, and Joodles knows that I love her. But I am not, she knows what kind of man I am. She knows. She was speaking to Lucy before. She knows what kind of man that I am. I'm a bad man. Let me rephrase that. I'm not a bad man, but I'm not a great guy. I'm not a great guy. You want love. You want someone to put their arm around you and say everything's going to be all right, and I could be your mommy. Not you, Joodles, but this is what people want, but I can't do that. I can't. How the hell did you get blocked from Patreon? I don't know. Can somebody check to see? I mean, I'm afraid to mess with the screen. I'm afraid. Let me just call up Kinsey. Message Kinsey. Message Kinsey. I don't know. Patreon treating you like a Canadian trucker, Lewis. Yeah, well, what have I said that's offensive? Everything. I've said everything. I think the BBC is communistic and is a tool of a police state. And there's no place for the state to be owning the news. It's not the news. I'm saying they're not even the news. I'm saying, I'm not even going to go over all the things that I'm saying. You know? I mean, if you can't say anything strong, why say anything at all? I think that's also a thing. Celer et audax, which means fast and brave. I love that name. Mary, Russ is saying hello to Mary Ann. Hello, Mary Ann. I love train lines. I love canals and trains. Okay. I was your second favorite on GB News, says Celer and Audax, except for Benjamin Butterworth. Butterworth. Oh my God, you're going to savage him. Who? No, I mean, the fact that you just even like me, I'm happy enough. Oh, you have to be, I have to be your favorite. That's ridiculous. That's absolutely ridiculous. Please be my favorite. Please be my favorite. Please be my favorite. Anyway, let's find out. If you, I'm on coffee, you can send me money. PayPal, Lewis Schaffer, paypal.me. I'm right there. You could do that, but maybe it'll change. I don't know. I don't find you offensive, says Felix. TV finds you offensive for calling fat lefty bloke very fat. Yeah, I call people I like fat. I like you guys, and I call you fat. Hello, Russ. Hope you're keeping well. So that's Russ. Welcome back, Russ. Welcome back. And FM Ghost is sitting in here, and he's being pretty well behaved. I think you are. I think you're being well behaved. Make sure we also like the thing. Why do I have to tell you every single time? You have to like it every single time, because it tells them, hey, maybe people are listening to this crap, whatever, this crap. May I ask if your son is doing okay, says Russ. What is a cat's favorite color? Purple. That's a joke too, Marianne. That's a good one. Maybe I shouldn't ask. I shouldn't ask about this money thing. It's just I was thrown for a loop by evil YouTube. They threw me for a loop. My friend in New York, he's always texting me. He's texting me till 12:10. He's texting me. I think he's at the airport. My friend Russ. He's got an amazing life, an amazing American, good-looking guy life. And that's not that amazing, because he's in pain. He is in pain, along with Warren Buffett and what's his name, the other guy, which I can't even remember the guy's name, and I just heard the video. What is the guy's name? Warren Buffett, and I shouldn't have to ask this thing. It just makes me seem like a weak person. Yeah. Charlie Munger is his name. Charlie Munger. No, personal responsibility. I do believe in personal responsibility. But what are you saying? You're saying I don't believe in personal responsibility? I think I do. Have I blamed anybody because I'm not on TV? Have I gone, oh, they're keeping me off the TV, those horrible people? No, we don't know why I'm off the TV. And whatever it is, I made a choice with the discussion, with the things that I discuss, to do that. Yo, you should be a big comedian thing. They're trying to keep me down. He went to Danbury on the 23rd of October. We dropped him off, and we were able to make our goodbyes. I've written 3 letters. We will visit next Saturday. Oh my God, that's like tragic. Is he going to be there a long time, do you think? Can I tell them what Danbury is? What it means? What it means, Lewis? Who's your guy for mayor of New York? I mean, I would vote for Curtis Lewa, but it looks like, with Donald Trump, is supporting Mario Cuomo. I mean, I'm totally against the idea of Mandami running, but that's just me. Alan Williams, who's your choice? Marianne, do you want to explain what Danbury is to these people? Or I'll explain it. You could explain it. I mean, you should explain it if you want to explain it. That might be an email scam, Keith Bexley says to Russ to 1974. Yeah, could be a scam. You can't trust anything. Yeah, well, number one, mistake you made. This is what Zeller and Wadak says, and you might be right. I should have left earlier. and then pleaded and then made a case for myself on some other network or other channel and then let them miss me. That's what a normal person does, but I don't do that. That's what I don't do. I could have played a victim. I don't really play victims. And and then I would get online sympathy. I can't do that. It's like when I hit on girls. All the girls thinks, oh my God, this guy loves me so much. Not you, Carrie B, Judels, Lorna, Claire, Leanne, all the girls. No, but this is, I don't have any. You need posture. What is it? What is that called? Front. What is it called in the red pill community, where it looks like I got millions of things. I don't need you. I got millions. I've got millions of things going on. Russ. Okay. So you are right, Selaire. It's probably a bit true, but I'm enjoying this. I like being a victim. I don't like being a victim, but I don't want to be a victim either. We set up accounts so he can call home and shop at the commissary. He was sentenced to 3 years, but the prosecution wanted 15 years. Well, that's a miracle. A miracle, yeah. In Britain, when you turn 100, you get a letter from the Queen. And then when you turn 16, you get a text from Prince Andrew. It's a good joke. It's a good joke. Unfortunately, Lewis Schaffer totally supports Prince Andrew. Totally supports Prince Andrew. Really, he's not married. If somebody wants to have sex with him, let him have sex with him. Danbury is a federal correction institution in Danbury, Connecticut. A 45-minute drive from us. That's exactly right. Right on the, what is the road there? The 84? Interstate 84? Is that the road? Is that the road that goes to Danbury? Tell me it is. Frame. That's right. Lucy Van Pelt. It's Frame. It's keeping Frame. I'm the kind of guy who just goes and tells girls, I love you. I love you. And they hate hearing. This is all blurry, this screen. This is making me unhappy. Anyway, that's what I do, Lucy. I just tell a girl, I'm thinking to myself, my God, I really like the way this girl is talking and thinking and the way she thinks and acts and talks. So I say, I love you. And they go, oh my God, he loves me. And then they just turn, they get closed. You got to have Frame. You got to have Frame. The feelings, oh, so strong. No, that's Friends. That's Friends. But thank you, Marianne, for that. Okay, oh, well, he has a wonderful mom, says Russ, and a family who support him, and he'll be out quicker than you think. And he's very close by. At least he's not up in Attica or whatever that other place in the middle of the Adirondack forest is. You're not a victim, Lewis L.A. You're honest and don't play those games. I don't. I don't. I wish I did. I wish I could play those games. You got to have friends. The feelings, oh, so strong. You know what that song is? Friends. Lewis, I think Prince Andrew would like you as you look like his ex-friend. Yes. 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 He struck me as a bad guy, but we don't know. We don't know the true story. We don't know. Maybe he wasn't doing it for the money. Maybe he was working for Israel. Maybe he was saving people's lives. Maybe he was doing that. Maybe he had to pretend like he was Moriarty, but he was more like a hero. Maybe he thought, who knows? Who knows what the story is? That's an interesting theory, right? Maybe the Scarlet Pimpernel. Do you remember that movie, Scarlet Pimpernel? Who remembers that movie? Raise your hand. Yeah, they took away his princedom. F you, Charles. Let's take away Charles's kingdom. See how he feels. I used to do that, Lewis. Played the odds with the girls. Surely one would say yes. Well, back in the day, they would say yes. Now I don't think that they would. They run for cover. They run for the internet. They fall in love with some guy overseas. Do you think women actually choose men with a bigger pee-pee? To a degree, yes. They don't know in advance, but to a degree, yes. Not so big that it hurts. But yeah, if you want to have a large penis, lose some weight. You're fat. If you're fat, your pee-pee is not going to be as large as it should be. A street near Buckingham Palace is being named Prince Andrew's Close. It's not honorary. It's a warning. Russ, listen to me. We support Prince Andrew because we think he's been done hard by. Granted, he hasn't done anything as the prince. Well, he went to war, whatever. Give the guy a break. Give him a break. It's funny. Give the guy a break. Lewis, are you going to give your GB son a load of grief because he's put on some timber? Is he getting fat? I probably will. Of course I will. Of course I will. Because he was such a good-looking guy. He's got a beautiful wife. I don't know. They seek him here. They seek him there, says Kermit. Yes, I probably will. I hope he comes in. Back in the day, Prince Andrew would hang around with the teddy boys. Sorry, I meant the teddy bears. You know what? You can't pick on the guy. The guy's down. It's not like his life is so great. It's not like he's got everything and he can laugh this off. You make fun of the king. You don't make fun of the prince. We suppose. What does that mean? We, Judas. What do you mean by that? We don't suppose it, Andrew, at all. What does that mean, suppose it? We don't support Andrew at all. Okay. You don't have to. I'm not telling you. You're not my friend anymore, Judas, because you don't support Prince Andrew. I can't be friends with anybody who doesn't support Prince Andrew. I can't do it. The royal we Jew. Yeah, because I remember when you said we. I don't like that we. Lewis, from what his former servants say, he was a horrible bully. We don't know. We don't know. Anyway, so this has been our show. I think this has been a good show. Has this been one of our better shows? I think it has been. We've kept our audience, and the audience has grown. Let me check what the audience has been. Not that it matters. 24 is enough for me, but 30 is amazing. And then more and more people have been watching this stuff on repeat also as well, which is really good. Let me just take this here and press this here. I'm going to have to do something about the screen. Not enough people have liked the stream. We have 30 people liking it now. Can we all take a break right this second? Forget about money and just like it. Just the thumbs up. Just make sure you've done that. And while you're doing that, I'm going to read your name. Read your name. Okay? Joodles. Thank you, Joodles. Carrie B. I think she's had to go, but thank you, Carrie. Cellaire and MC Scott. Thank you. Darklands. Brilliant. Kermit. Love you. Jedster. Cellaire. Felix. This is classic. Cellaire again. Vatanai. Just a lot of people here. A lot. Joe Sanders was here earlier. MT Tiger Fang. MC Scott. MJ Tiger Fang, sorry. Does it look like I'm blurry on the thing? Maybe I need a brighter light. I don't know. Why am I not as bright as I was? Oh, these are the questions. Marianne from Peekskill, good luck to you and your son. 3 years, it'll be like that, and he'll be a better person when he comes out. I hope. We hope, he's been through something, and he'll be a better person. And he's young. He won't even be 25 or something. Maybe we should say a prayer for, I don't know who we should say a prayer for. Maybe we want Mandami to win. Let's say a prayer for Mama Cass. How about that? Mama Cass. 32 years old. And she was fat. And I believe you lose weight in a healthy way. And that's what I did. I lost 60, 50, 60 pounds. That's a lot. Alan Williams was here. Alex was here. This is how we need to lose weight. Russ, a 1974 UK, good name for coming in there. Lucy came in late, but always good, really good to see Lucy. Really good. Okay. FM Ghost. I don't. What happened? Did you do something, Kermit? So he just showed his face. Basically, so that's been. If I've forgotten to state your name, just tell me. Hey, what about me, Lewis? What about me? What about me? What am I, chopped liver? Do that. Let's give a big round of applause for the Lehigh Valley Railway. I think it's part of New Jersey Transit now or something. They've got all these different operating companies that pump money into it. I mean, the train system in America is not quite as good as it is here. But here it could have even been even better. I think this has been a very good show. I'm not stream. I think it's done what it's needed to do. Lewis, New York City does not need a communist in Gracie Mansion. No, I don't think it does. We don't need communists anywhere. I used to be a communist, and I want to apologize to the people of the world for my crazy belief system when I was 22 years old. But by the time I was 25 years old, I had changed. I voted in 1984 for the Libertarian Party. Maybe the fuss is recognizing the victims of the money, Andrew. The money. At least one took her own life. F. Andrew. I think no. No, I think that woman had severe. I'm not going to make any friends by saying this, but it's sad for her. Let's say a prayer. Let's say a prayer. Rest in peace. It's tragic. It's tragic. We don't know if she even committed suicide. We don't know. We don't know. Like with I think we know with Princess Diana. She didn't commit suicide. But I think it's really horrible that she's dead. I mean, I wouldn't put it past the royal family from doing something. Yeah. USA has bigger gauge tracks, so the trains are meatier with more room. Do they have bigger tracks? I'm not sure that they do. I think she was bumped off or hidden or whatever it was. Maybe it was, who knows what the reason was. What do you want me to say a prayer about? And I will say a prayer for us, for all of us. There's lots of hidden stuff going on. Men like to have sex, as women like to have sex with rich men when they're being paid $15,000 and whatever it was. Okay? I mean, this is a fact. If someone flies around the world to have sex with somebody, they must take some responsibility. U.S. trains do have wider tracks, says Kermit. Okay, well, there you go. They are wider. They're not as cute as British trains. That's true. It does seem a bit suspicious, considering she sent out a tweet saying she definitely won't kill herself and then got hit by a car. Yeah. Somebody's out there. Who knows what it is? We're victims of intense paparazzi hounding. Well, that's bad. That's bad. But they don't need to be victims. Somebody wants to come take a picture of me. I can't get into this. We'll talk about this the next time. Do you want to talk about this tomorrow? We'll talk about Andrew again. I love the subject a little bit. I love the subject because I don't like Prince Andrew. And I don't like the royal family. But I'm going to defend him. That's why I'm a better person than most people. I was going to say better people than you, but you guys are good. So that's our show. I'm going to leave the stream on for just a little bit. Okay? And then I'll see you tomorrow.